A very good evening and welcome to Big Talk. My name is Ubong Osora. This is a political program where we highlight the polity of Nigeria and help you make sense of the discussions that we have. I hope that you're having a wonderful Monday. But before we go into a topic and I get to introduce our guest who's been a one-time governorship aspirant, a presidential aspirant, and a chieftain of a political party who's here to help us make sense of the topic that we have for today, which says 2027 opposition politics and power play. Before I go into that introduction, let's go for a short break, and when we go back, I'll just highlight the perspective of some trending political topics about today and what some Nigerians think about this. Let's go for a short break. Big Talk will be right back. My name is Ubong Osora. All right, so today on Big Talk, let's go check out what some Nigerians think about some trending political topics that we have for you today. Okay, so let's see if we can have that. The big story we have, story number one, says Fayose endorses Tinubu Oyebanji for second term. So the former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, has publicly endorsed President Bola Tinubu and Governor Biodu Oyebanji of Ekiti State for a second term in office ahead of the 2027 general elections. Let's see what Nigerians think about. What do you think about this endorsement? Eze Gozie says PDP members endorsing Tinubu APC for 2027, and still PDP is zoning his ticket to the south and searching for presidential candidates. Like he's trying to ask, how does it match? All right, let's move over to Folajimi Moses. Fame says you forgot to add that he adored a cap with the inscription PDP on it to an APC rally. I saw this. Fayose was wearing a PDP inscribed cap, PDP, while he was at an APC rally. Some people say it is PDAPC, or the parties, they understand what they are doing. Matthew Obediah says, but he said he will never leave to join APC. Yes, Fayose has been very clear. So, some days ago in an interview, he said he will never leave the PDP to join the APC, but he's endorsing candidates from the APC. All right, let's take another story. Okay, Ibrahim Onotu says, if you can't beat them, complete it for yourself. Let's take another story that we saw today, come up as one of the trending political stories and what some Nigerians think about this. Today we saw Kaduna PDP deputy governorship candidate defects to the ADC. So the 2023 deputy governorship candidates of the People's Democratic Party in Kaduna State, John Ayuba, has resigned from the party and he has joined the African Democratic Congress, the coalition vehicle movement that has coalesced into the ADC. So we've seen John Ayuba join that. Okay, let's take another story. Okay, this story says Tinubu feeding Nigerians with wrong economic statistics. This story is actually trending on social media, where the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate in the person of former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, came out to say that Tinubu is feeding Nigerians with wrong economic statistics. And let's see what Nigerians think about this. Some Nigerians. Umezurike says integrity plus humility is equals to Peter Obi. That's what he said on X. I had to bring that comment. Any other comments? Adjist Makoti says strong words from Peter Obi. Do you think the start debate is missing the bigger picture on economic realities in Nigeria? Numbers can be tricky. The presidency is rolling out economic features that the prices of food items have gone down, and so many other statistics that are rolling out. But this guy is asking, does it correspond with what we have in reality? Okay, let's go check out another story that we have for you, trending political story that we have for you for today. This one says from the ADC. ADC says 2027 presidency, we are not fixated on zoning. So ADC is saying, unlike the PDP that has already taken a stand, we are zoning to the south. ADC is saying for us, we are not fixated on zoning, meaning it could go to anybody. And somebody is saying maybe wants to go to Atiku. I don't know. That's what some persons think. And let's see some what Nigerians think about this. Onyeta Luta says that's why Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is their best option. People are bringing Jonathan into this conversation. Former president, yeah. Okay. Okay, any other comments that we have? Ebubechi says that's a clear sign you are shaken by the ADC move. Let's move. I think BY says, oh, Obi or nothing, Atiku or nothing, or Tinubu will continue in 2023. Alpha, are you still in the coalition or out of the coalition? That's very sarcastic, but it's asking for people that say, if it's not Peter Obi, no. If it's not Atiku, are you still part of this coalition? Because coalition is saying, we are not fixated, anybody can come from anywhere. All right, so those are some of the stories we were able to track for you tonight that were trending on social media like we do every day. We come on The Perspective. And today, joining us in the studio to help make sense of the discussion we have is Honorable Moses Ayibowo. I don't know if I got the name correct, but you actually help me with that. He's the governorship, it was a governorship candidate in 2016 and a presidential candidate in 2019 from the National Unity Party, and presently he is an APC chieftain. A very good evening to you and welcome to Big Talk.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let's talk about, today we are discussing 2027 opposition politics and power play. You were in the opposition. Do you think that opposition is thriving in this current dispensation, in the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Yes, I would say yes, because opposition parties are doing what they are supposed to do.
Which is?
Which is try to organize their parties, try to see how they can come together to become, to form government. That was what they expected to do. So it's not a surprise. Okay. It will have been a surprise if they are not doing it.
Okay, so but people are saying that your party, people are saying that your party are infiltrating the opposition movement. That's what people are alleging, that your party, the APC, does not want opposition to thrive in Nigeria, and that's why you've infiltrated them with moves.
That is just a misunderstanding on their part.
Right.
APC, as the largest political party in Africa, cannot infiltrate any other party, smaller parties. So being the biggest, we are not, we just want them to thrive because we don't want a one-party state. So leaving them to do whatever they are doing is so, even the coalitions, they welcome development. So our party is happy that they are coming together to form a coalition. That makes the space, the political space, to be big enough to accommodate everyone. So
are you not threatened by the formation of the coalition, knowing very well that the APC started as a result of something like this, when in 2014 we saw some governors of the PDP walk out of a meeting. We saw some part of CPC, Congress of Progressive Change at the time. We saw ABGA, some section of ABGA, ANPP, and ACN come together to form the APC. And we are seeing almost the same thing. Some members of the SDP, some members of the PDP, and some members of other parties coming together to form the ADC. Are you not threatened by this coalition?
Oh, that is very wonderful. They can never be a threat to our party. They can never be a threat because this coalition, as it were to be today, we can see them as not serious. They are not serious.
Why are they not serious?
They are not serious because the way they are going about their coming together is not showing seriousness. Because, one, who is the leader of the coalition?
David Mark.
David Mark is the chairman of the party.
Interim national chairman.
Interim national chairman. Okay. Who are the other leaders?
There's an Atiku, there's an El Rufai.
What is the structure of the coalition now? What are the coalition coming to offer to Nigerians? It's not about saying that they want to push APC away. You know, their sole aim or purpose of forming coalition, meaning that they want to push APC, the ruling party, away from government, is wrong. They're supposed to be selling their manifestos, their programs to the people now. If you say, oh, APC is not doing well, what will you have done in the process? If you go back to 2023, the subsidy removal is a campaign of both Alhaji Atiku, former vice president, and Obi himself. So if these policies are what they have in their mind, and somebody is there and is running according to what they think they would have done, what would they have done separately?
So the question is now,
or differently.
The APC, when the APC was an opposition party, you ran, people say the APC ran a propaganda because it seems Nigerians have complained that the economic indices that the APC ran on, the campaign promises that APC ran on, seems not to have been achieved in more than 10 years now since the APC came into power.
No, I think that is laughable because if you look at the present government under the president, our amiable leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is doing awesomely well. If you talk about the manifesto, what is the manifesto? We talk about security, we talk about the economy. I said to some people earlier before I came on the show that Nigeria is a construction site, is likened to a construction site before President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came to govern. If you look at the situation Nigeria was, it's likened to a construction site where you have cement pouring out, you have gravels being poured out, you have digging, excavating the ground, you have a lot of things. So the structure was not just there. But when Tinubu came with his expertise in the economy, he puts his expertise into the economy. And we can see that today, Nigeria is more prosperous. If you talk about Nigeria in the Committee of Nations, we are no more borrowing to pay our expense, to pay salaries, to do some projects. We are no more. Unlike before, when we cannot even pay salaries.
Just some days ago, the president sent a request to the National Assembly for borrowing, and it was approved.
Yes, that is when you are a big nation like Nigeria. This kind of nation cannot do without accessing money from everywhere because our economy is the largest in Africa. We are having the largest economy. Any investor that wants to succeed with his investment must come to Nigeria. So we are an investment hub. People are coming to trade with us, to do businesses with us. Are we going to start rejecting their money? So telling National Assembly that I want to collect money is because the overtures are so much. The investors now find confidence in the country. Look at the indices. The exchange rate has been stable.
At what
the naira rate has been stable.
At what cost to those who can afford 1,500 to exchange to $1? The middle class. There are conversations around the middle class. Do we still have the middle class in Nigeria at this time?
Yes, we have. Right now, with the present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are seeing a new order where everyone understands that government cannot do it alone. At the time the president came to power, he has to remove subsidy. That's what people don't know. Why he must remove subsidy is that Nigeria was on the ICU unit, as at that time, on oxygen, where you cannot, as a country, you cannot pay the salaries of your workers without seeking for loan. You cannot, run your overheads without looking for where the money will come from. So it becomes a burden. And meanwhile, the oil mafias in this country were going about sending money, getting money from oil. The cabals are busy, milking the country. So there's no president that will come that means well for Nigeria, that will not say, oh, this must stop. And it is to disallow so much bills that has been accrued. We cannot afford to accrue more in a day. All right, so when will the comment start?
So let's still talk about 2027 and opposition politics now.
Yes.
We have some strong members of your party. Somebody like Malam Nasir El-Rufai,
Yes.
a former governor.
Yes.
And he left your party.
Yes.
And he has promised, he has vowed to work against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in
Yes.
2027. How would that affect the fortune of your party? Knowing very well that your president went to Kaduna at the point and in a public lecture asked Malam El-Rufai, to make sure he doesn't go for study, to stay and work with him.
That is politics playing out. Politics is all about participation in everywhere. You see participation, you see non-participation. Today, politics, you may agree. You may agree with what I say. Tomorrow, you may say no. So, Malam El-Rufai, Nasir El-Rufai, is just, carrying out his own right to choose to go anywhere.
So what the president did to him, was it fair?
I want to let you know that he, by after 2027 general elections, El-Rufai will go back to Egypt or wherever I came from. We have them. Even Atiku Abubakar will go back to Dubai. That's where they used to go. So because they are going to fail woefully, our leader, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a master strategist.
We'll talk about the
strategy. Think that
some Nigerians, honorable, some Nigerians have talked about the place of morality in politics, and we even know that. Was it fair that your president went to Kaduna and asked this man that wanted to proceed on leave, I say, stay and work with me, and the same president saw reports and
But you now we agree.
And
it wasn't. You will agree with me now.
Accepted as a minister.
If you have gone to Kaduna to get the people's opinion about Malam Nasir El-Rufai, you will agree with me that it is good Malam El-Rufai is not holding any public office for now. Yes, because now you can go to Kaduna in the dead of the night without any issue. You can also look at Southern Kaduna. How much of killings did you hear anymore in Southern Kaduna? Because it's about rulership. It's about engagement of the people. It's about taking decisions for the people. And you can see that Kaduna now is peaceful. Obasani, the current governor, is doing well. Building bridges across the whole entire state. And that is the kind of system we want in Nigeria. We don't want somebody that will be angry. A leader must not be angry. Must not take decisions when he's angry, even if he gets angry. So taking decisions that has to do with the people is something that it must be well thought out. So I can tell you that Malam El-Rufai, the former governor, has tried his best as a former governor, and he should go and rest. Let the new governor, the current governor, do his work. And the man is performing. You can see it yourself. Go to Kaduna and ask. They will tell you that it's good that this man did not get any office. They are better for it. So, and that is what we want all over the country. Those that we know that, if they are in a place of power, there used to be problem and one thing or the other, let them leave.
Okay, still talking about opposition politics now. It seems that, we've seen members of the opposition parties, the PDP, especially those from the South, and some from the Southeast, they've come out to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yes.
But some people have raised questions. It seems there's a tactics of intimidation that is being used by your president. I like that you talk about that. How is it that people are moving parties from the PDP? The governor of my state, Umoino, moved the party to move the state, the government to APC, a predominant PDP state from 1999. And we've seen this happen also, and there are even reports that maybe Bayelsa and Rivers may be joining the APC. What tactics are you using? Is this not stifling democracy when we have opposition party win elections on platforms of maybe the PDP, maybe other parties, and with those tickets, they move into your party? Are you happy to receive those people into your party?
Thank you very much. I want to let you know that party politics is beyond the identity of your party. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has developed a credible brand in politics that is never seen in the whole of Africa. What is going on now is called advanced politics.
You call it advanced
I
politics?
call it advanced politics.
That's,
and I call it
like
Tinubuism.
Like we used to have
Tinubu's magic.
Advanced geometry in
Yes,
school.
you have to know that the fact that a man carries an identity of a party doesn't mean that he will neglect the brand, the suitable brand, the credible brand that he can identify himself with. Every of these governors, they have seen leadership in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that it goes across political parties.
So you are not intimidating the governors to join you?
No. The governors can see themselves. Go and read about what the governors are saying. For the first time, they saw that this man is addressing insecurity by making sure all the component parts, all the component units in Nigeria, all the major tribes are involved in the collective management of the security architecture of Nigeria. We have Igbo man as the head of Nigerian Navy.
Let's even talk about
we
that.
We have Yoruba man as in the army. We have Christopher Musa, yes, our general, as from Southern Kaduna, as chief of defense staff, at the helm of affairs of our defense. You can see how smooth it is. Security is being confirmed to be working in Nigeria for the first time.
Questions were raised because Benue State some days ago we know the issues that happen in Benue. So when you say
let me tell you about Benue.
When you say security is confirmed in Nigeria, Nigerians will ask questions.
Let me tell you about Benue.
Go ahead.
You know the people getting money, making fortune, a lot of fortune from insecurity. They are not folding their hands, seeing that they are gradually getting out of business. Because this man called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing the magic. They are surprised. They cannot, before, even we in Abuja, in FCT, we are always scared. But now, the fear we have is going down. Because gradually, peace are returning. People are going back to their farms. But this little attack here and there is going to fizzle out because the more they are coming out, the more the military is putting up more strategy, more innovative ways of coupling and tackling them. All so right. in no time, you will find out that Nigeria become one of the most peaceful countries in the earth.
All right, so even in the Senate, where we used to have almost a balance between APC and PDP governors, senators, now we have 70 APC senators who are almost getting all of the senators into the
2027.
APC. So the question is, Honorable, the question is your president, is the APC not trying to turn Nigeria into a one-party state?
No.
Because people have raised that question.
Far from that.
Are you not trying to turn Nigeria into a one-party? And you accept people of all calibers without ideologies into your party. What is the ideology of the APC in this acceptance?
You are not getting it. Our president is so much loved by the political class in Nigeria. The elites. And also, this time around, the representatives of the people. When you talk about National Assembly, you are talking about the representatives of the people. He's loved by the representatives of the people.
So because the policy favors the elite.
Get it. In other words, he's telling you that these people are speaking on behalf of their people.
Are they really speaking on behalf of their people?
Yes. Yes. Because they are representatives of the people. If you are a senator, you are representing the people. If you are an honorable member, you are representing the people. And try to tell the world that, look, let us go with this man. This man look very awesome. The way we see him with policies and programs. It means that the 2027 general election is already won by the man called Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So there's no need for, see, the coalition will still come and join APC. Don't just mark it. Because they are just, some of them are angry. Some of them are, because they didn't get appointments, because they were not fixed one way or the other. But when they see where the chip is going, that, massively, people are following this man, they will come and join. Okay. So I'm not surprised tomorrow if Madam Nasir El-Rufai comes and joins APC back and says he's coming back to his home. We have seen it a lot of times. Say, I left my house is PDP, my house is APC, I'm going back there.
Okay, Honorable, before we go on a break, let's talk about this. We have INEC just came out with a list about about 100 and something political parties are waiting in line to be registered in Nigeria. And we have a lot of political parties already. Do you think that we still need so many political parties when it looks like these political parties are not able to prove a point? Or do we just have a meeting and have maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe just 3 political parties so that they can adequately challenge, because this fragmentation of votes may not allow us to have a robust opposition that can adequately challenge a ruling party?
I can comfortably tell you that this is democracy at work under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where you see that multi-party, because Nigeria,
but multi-party is fragmented.
Multi-party democracy is that's how it works. You must allow the minority to have their say, and the majority will later have their way. It's multi-party democracy at play. So
the minority have a say, the majority have their way.
You cannot stop anyone from starting a party. They have the right to their association, to associate. They have the right to their lives. You can't stop them. And and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is such a person that is not interested in muzzling the system. If you look at Lagos, Lagos is an example. Lagos today is #1 state in Nigeria. Why? Because the governance of Lagos has been a governance that accepts people, that welcomes people, that does not muzzle anybody. Even when the oppositions to the government then, even now, while saying their own Lagos and all that, you see that they just leave them. There was no killing of any kind, nothing. That is how to run party politics. So he allows them, talk what you want to say whatever you want to say, but let us, the majority, have their way. That is it. So many political parties joining hands together is a welcome development. Many people coming together as associations to form a political party is a welcome development. That is a sign that nobody can criticize Tinubu tomorrow. That Tinubu, you want to turn Nigeria to one party, except you don't understand party politics. Every politician knows that I have the right to associate. I have the right to come together. I can even form a political party. And they have approached the INEC for their registration. So that is party politics. That's democracy. So it is when they are not allowed to. We have about 18 political parties or more than now. And all of them are doing well. Part of them now has come together and say want to form a coalition. And it's a welcome development. They are going everywhere. They talk anything they want to say to the president, even to the country, without coming up with one agenda. We are still waiting for them. Let them tell us what they would have done differently. They are not saying it. I'm even surprised at our vice president. He's not coming up. When APC was forming
the vice president?
Our vice president,
Chetima.
No, Atiku Abubakar.
Former vice president.
Yes, former vice president. When we are expecting him to provide credible alternative to policies, to the government policies.
I've seen about 2 times in press releases where he has, talked about that. But go ahead.
It's not only twice. It's not only government of the present government under the leadership of APC is coming up with policies and programs on a daily basis.
But also to that,
you will agree with me.
Honorable, to that, we've seen the renowned economist, his name just skipped my head, but I remember, come out with a team of people that will be like a shadow government that will be providing
that's not
policies and
not
all of that.
The last time we have a very good opposition was when APC was in the opposition. If Jonathan breathed, Jonathan says something, they will counter it immediately. Have you seen that happening now? Everything.
Because Nigerians are claiming that your party is not allowing them to do that.
No, I'm here now. Is my party stopping me from talking? You are here now. Is my party stopping you from talking? The losers must have something to say. That's just what is happening. Nobody is muzzling anyone. Everybody is allowed to exercise his own right under the law. So it is when you are going off guard that you can be called upon to come and explain. So, but for now, we are doing what is right.
Okay, Honorable, let's go for a short break. We'll be right back. So we're having a wonderful conversation in the studio as we look at 2027 opposition politics and power play. And we have Honorable Moses Ayibowo, who was a governorship candidate in 2016
Yes.
and a presidential candidate in 2019 from the National Unity Party. And currently, he's actually a chieftain of the ruling APC. Let's go for a short break, and when we're back, Big Talk continues. A very good evening to you if you're just joining us. This is Big Talk on Global TV. My name is Ubong Osoro, and I have in the studio helping us make sense of a discussion that we have 2027 opposition politics and power play. Honorable Moses Ayibowo, governorship candidate in 2016, presidential candidate in 2019, and with the National Unity Party, and currently a chieftain of the APC. Honorable, let's talk about financial power play and money politics. Some Nigerians, allegations around the fact that the APC is using its control of Nigeria's resources to play politics. Recently we heard the president tell governors to wait the ground. And analysts said that in political terms, wait the ground may mean governors go back and release more funds down the party lines and make sure that the structures are well oiled. Would you like to talk about that? Is there a place of money politics concerning your opposition?
Thank you very much for that wonderful question. I would like to explain to you that money politics in Nigeria is as a result of the behavior and character of voters, of those that are following our leaders. I will tell you today that in my own case, when I was contesting for governorship in my state, Ondo State, I went to my village, talked to them, campaign, and I went round doing my campaigns. But all I get is go and bring money for us.
So the people
that ought to vote for me
asked you for money
based on my manifesto, based on my agenda, what I'm set to do, were asking me that without money, they will not even listen to me. So you can see where the problem lies. Even those that have been of help to in paying their school fees and assisting them, go and tell me that, look, you don't have money. You cannot win. So if you hear that, that only speaks a lot about our political system. The masses that are supposed to own the system are supposed to know that the government belongs to them and they should exercise their right within the framework of the law and vote credible candidates that are able to deliver the manifesto, good programs, dividends of democracy to them. They will not do that. All they need to know or to see you doing is giving them money.
Okay. Do we really blame the masses when people are hungry and some of them have not eaten for days?
Let me tell you now, the challenge we have in this country is not hunger. If you go around the world, you see that Nigeria is one of the countries with the cheapest rate when it comes to foodstuffs. even when it comes to purchasing food items. Go to London, ask how much they used to buy tuber of yam.
How much is our minimum wage compared to those places?
No, why we are saying that is that you must look at the globalization in any economy. Nigeria is not an island. Nigeria must relate with what is happening in the economy of the US, in the economy of the UK,
yes.
in the economy of Canada. We relate.
Honorable, is it fair we compare the prices of food when we've not compared employment opportunities, we've not compared that could help people purchase those foods?
Yes, let me tell you that basically in Nigeria we have access to food. You can see if you go to the north, large farmlands. If you go to the south, the same. There's no state in Nigeria where agriculture is not going on. But now, many of our youth have left agriculture. They believe in handouts, getting handouts from leaders, from those that are in government, from those that are coming to campaign for elections. That's not their business.
So the question is, how can our opposition parties thrive in an environment where if you don't have money, like you mentioned, people with how good your manifesto is, some Nigerians, some people may not even vote you. So how do we have a robust opposition system?
So the reason, the way out, let me tell you, is reorientation of the masses. Let us talk to ourselves about our needs. Food, agriculture is still the mainstay, was our mainstay before oil came, before the oil boom. But where is the agriculture today? We have departed from agriculture. We just have few men here and there cultivating, going to the farm. So now we must go back to the farm. I believe, that was why President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was hammering that we must go to the farm. A lot of money has been pushed into agriculture. All right,
so still talking about...
So we need to go back to the farm. That's just the solution. If all of us can cultivate our gardens, food is, if any seed fall from your hands into the ground, it will germinate in Nigeria. You don't need fertilizer. So parts of this country, we don't need fertilizer to cultivate our farms. Okay. So everybody must go back.
So just in one word, so yes. I go to the next question. How can we have a thriving and a strong opposition system when money politics plays a crucial role?
No, the opposition.
Even your party, the last general elections where President Tinubu emerged as candidate, you sold forms for over 100 million. How many Nigerians who have good intention to serve Nigeria are able to afford forms of 100 million?
Let me explain things to you. Oppositions must, number one, if they want to rule, they must come together with an idea, with a wonderful manifesto that will appeal to the heart of Nigerians. They must sell themselves to the masses. That's what they have not been able to do. Is it Peter Obi that will sell himself? He cannot. You saw what the governor of Anambra is saying about him. If you cannot, your governor in your state is not buying into your pursuit, you have failed from home.
Let's stay on the topic.
What we are saying is that opposition will only thrive. Let them go back and rework the system.
So the next question is about godfatherism. People have talked about situations where political gladiators pick some people that they are loyalists and place into offices. Is this something that can affect the chances of opposition parties and even in the selection of credible candidates for the country, where we have some people who are godfathers and keep picking? Some people have even mentioned your president as somebody who has a class called Lagos Boys, and people have given names that the president have people who is also... Yes, go ahead, Honorable.
When President Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the governor of Lagos State, he did something very unique that has not been done by all these governors making noise here and there about him, all the leaders. He developed a 25-year development plan for Lagos. That is leadership. putting that development plan to work, actioning it is another thing. After developing it, he brought recognized people that can be fixed into the development plan. That was why Babatunde Raji Fashola became the governor of Lagos State, to continue with that development plan. That is not godfatherism. There is no one that will have a beautiful plan that will want the plan to be discarded or thrown into the garbage. You know, the problem of our country is that we have not been able to sustain all the systems that works. That's one of the major problems we have in this country. Inability to sustain what works. We know in this country how that all over the country we have farm settlements. There's no local government where you don't have farm settlements. Where are the farm settlements today? And in every local government, these farm settlements were providing food for the local government. They were coming to buy food from these farm settlements. That were being bought, corn, anything you think of, you go to the farm settlement to get them. Where are the farm settlements today? So there are so many policies, very attractive policies, that are supposed to be sustained that were discarded. Why? Because there was no followership in the line. When the leader just leave, the next person will throw to the garbage what he has done. So the issue of godfatherism, so to say, is not what they are supposed to put it. It's not godfatherism. It's just having good followers. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been able to mobilize great followership. Why? Because they have seen leadership in him. When he was governor of Lagos, we have seen what he did. Before he became governor, we know what Lagos was. Lagos was a beehive of criminality. But this man came and set all the area boys at work and give them, organize them along the National Road Transport Workers route. That route was what helped them, so that all the area boys that are supposed to be thieves are not, they organized. They started following, being productive every day. They look for passengers for buses. They stayed there and protect the passengers, protect the goods, and they achieved a safe Lagos. Lagos became safe. And while the area boys that are supposed to be criminals were now finding a means of livelihood.
So you've not seen godfatherism in the picture?
No, there's nothing like godfatherism. Rather, good leadership, bringing about good followers.
People have even talked about the point that he talks about the point where he chooses, people to be governors of a state. In a state where we have millions of people.
No.
We have when one person has a right to choose.
That is what they say. That what they say is not correct, because we know from our various states that these people that were supported were candidates that were supposed to be denied elections. Adams only won in Edo State. He was denied. If not for the support of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is that godfatherism? He saw it coming, that the good people will never be able to get to the place of leadership if they are not supported. If you go to Ogun State, in Ondo State, the same thing. Mimiko won. And Mimiko was having difficulties. And he supported him. So many of them like that. Even senators, House of Rep members, he supported them one way or the other. So he's a good leader. So we can't take it away from him. So if you are calling it godfatherism, you are missing it. Let's have another leader. Let them say to what they have done to their states. I said when you say you are a leader and your governor is insulting you, you shouldn't be even raise your hand.
All right, so as we try to wind down now,
yes.
Honorable, let's talk about the policies of your party, which the opposition will campaign against your policies.
What?
Because your policies against insecurity, your policy against economy, your policy against corruption. How effective has it been?
No, the anti-corruption fight of Mr. President, they don't understand it.
Oh, Mr. President is fighting corruption?
Fighting corruption with processes. Like now.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is fighting corruption?
Yes. Do you know how much have been saved from oil thieves, oil mafias that ordinarily are going to private pockets and have been saved and accounted for by this present government? That is the way to fight corruption. It's not to go and be publishing on newspaper, publishing names of people which you have not investigated. But this man just tell them subsidy is gone, and they were unhappy. And with that, they had to stop business because all the processes were not tailored towards that way. You saw what happened the other day when they are talking about importation and all the rest. He gave licenses that more refiners should come up. That's processes. So if you are a refinery, you have a refinery, when more comes, then your price of your fuel will drop. That is process, using a process to fight corruption. You can agree with me that now we have only one refinery in Nigeria. Many are coming up now, courtesy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
So what happens to the Nigerian-owned refineries? That we've even heard Kaduna, we've heard Port Harcourt refineries, the one at Eleme.
That one is a long story. You know what
so it cannot be refurbished, and no president can do. And we've spent a lot of money on turnaround maintenance.
Yes, you must understand that Nigerian system now is now immersed in corruption.
Oh, the Nigerian system is immersed in corruption.
So because the system is already fraudulent, you don't continue to put more into it. The best that has proven over time, look at the telecoms. The time MTN only was in Nigeria, they were selling SIM cards at 40,000. But what happened when Econet came, when Globalcom came, when other telecoms companies came into Nigeria, the price was forced to come down. The same way in this oil sector, you will see the price will be forced to come down as more refineries are coming in. In US, we have many refineries. So Nigeria must have many refineries. So that when you are selling at your own price, let the people at the NNPC be doing their work. Because NNPC now is fully commercialized. You see that NNPC now, they go and they sell like other people, they bring fuel, they sell to people that will buy. If you don't like to buy from them, you go and import. So licenses to import are given to people done in this government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So there's no more business as usual. And that is the way out.
So you've told, let's focus now on economics.
Yes.
The average Nigerian will talk about the price that I was earning 100,000 and I used to pay transportation of maybe 200 naira to get to home, but now I'm paying 1,000, and he's looking at his paycheck at the end of the day. And life seems to be very difficult for Nigerians. The cup of Gary that people used to buy maybe for 100 naira goes now above maybe for 200. So generally, cost of living has increased. House renting, buying of lands, properties, everything seems to be on the high. And income level seems not to be increasing. What is your government saying about that?
Remember what I said earlier in this program, that Nigeria is a construction site. When a house is being built, a lot of things happens. The boomerang effect of putting up the house will come. As the owner of the house, you are going to suffer some things. As the co-builder, you will be, your body, you cannot more wear this your suit to a construction site. Because if you wear it, you may end up getting your suit dusty. That is what we are saying now. But when the building is built, when the building comes to the completion, comes to completion stage, what happens? Everybody will come and sit and enjoy the AC. Everybody will come and say, wow, this building is
So
great.
how long is it going to take
So
us?
what
How long will it take?
In Nigeria now is just a short moment of, challenges that we are going to witness. And I can assure you, I've made an explanation about telecoms. How long did it take? If somebody will be asking that time, how long will this SIM card of 40,000, how long will it take to come back to Sue's amount? But we're shocked. In Nigeria now, nobody buys SIMs. Even when you want to buy it, they said they will give you bonus of 2,000 for buying it. Bonus of, even some people are doing 8x. That is the way the economy is going. The foundation has been laid by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we believe by the special grace of God, come 2027, he's going to come back again as the president of Nigeria, and a lot more will be done. Other sectors will be grafted in, and you'll be shocked at what Nigeria will become. So,
a little bit of politics now before we end the show. There are permutations that your president may be dropping vice presidential. Is Vice President Kashim Shettima, looking at the permutation, now you have a new national chairman, Yawata from Plateau State, North Central. And people are looking at permutation. Maybe Kanu, because of votes, maybe coming in. Is the APC looking at changing your vice presidential candidate? Is that something you're considering?
You cannot preempt a political process. Those making those, carrying those rumors and making it look as if that is going to happen is only being preemptive. I can assure you that there's a political process to choosing the vice president of any nation. And the process will be followed. And if the process is followed and the people said they don't want Kashim anymore, Kashim said, has to go. And if the people say, oh, Mr. President, we still want Kashim as a member of our party to be the vice president to run with you for 2027, then Kashim will stay. So enough of all this brick screen about Kashim Shettima. He's a loyal party member. So he's going to serve his tenure and end up with Mr. President on 2027. And after 2027, it will be reconsidered through a political process. So let them wait for the process. Why are they impatient?
The issue of unemployment, is your government addressing unemployment?
No, you can see that yourself. More, Mr. President has created 6 development commissions. Southeast Development Commission, Northeast Development Commission, Northwest.
How many people are being employed in the Development Commission?
No, you need to know that is an avenue. That is an employment empowerment. People are being empowered and employed in that capacity. A commission is going to take nothing less than 2,000 people, 3,000 people. And the multiplier effect, they are going to be issuing contracts to people. Indirect.
In a country of 200 million people.
No, we can't achieve it a day. A Rome is not built in a day. You have to just allow him to do his work. Despite the fact that there's NDDC. The Mr. President knows that there's NDDC. But he created a 6 development commission to run on their own. That is to tell you something. So we believe that we are on the right track. And Nigeria has a good foundation. Solid foundation has been laid. Let's just cap it up by making President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah, many Nigerians, with what you are saying is actually true. Honorable, many Nigerians will be expecting that the foundation does not take time, so that in no distant time, yes. Because the foundation started, except you are going to counter the 8 years that was done by the previous administration, which was bettered by this coalition. This the major that brought the APC. You've already done 8 years. Yeah. So if you are still talking about foundation 2 years time, Nigerians will ask that it doesn't take too much of time, so that we can start seeing the economic gains that you are mentioning.
Yeah. Nation building is not just building a duplex. Building a nation takes a lot of time. The process of nation building
does not take too much time.
With All Progressive Congress. And you agree with me, Buhari has done the first leg of it. And Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a technocrat.
You sell it to the people in 2027.
A man that knows
honorable, you sell that to the people.
So
and it will be about the people to agree on.
And by 2027, I will think, I'll tell you in this station that, look, I told you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Moses. Honorable Moses Ayiboro, governorship candidate in 2016, presidential candidate in 2019 with the National Unity Party, a chieftain of the APC, joining us live in the studio to help us make sense about 2027 opposition politics and power play. Thank you so much, Honorable, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And people, that's the size of our program tonight. Do have for yourself a wonderful evening ahead of you. My name is Ubong Osoro. Bye for now.